Good morning, teeny explorers. Well, we've got a lovely sunny day again so far this morning, which is brilliant. For those of you that are new to the session, my name's Debbie, and behind the camera we've got Simon. Simon's job is to be you. So when I'm asking you to look at things or join in, he's going to try and be you, but I think you'll do a much better job of doing it than him. Now, we're here again in the garden this morning because we're still staying at home and we're still staying safe, but we want to make sure that you have another lovely adventure in the garden. And today I thought we'd look at some really wonderful nature magic, which are flowers. So we're going to be thinking all things flowers. We'll still have a look at what's going on in the garden as we go round, but mostly we're going to concentrate on what beautiful flowers are and what jobs they do, who likes to visit them. But before we get started, I'd like to do our warm-up exercises as normal, and we're just going to start right down at the bottom, because remember, when we're exploring, we go right down to the floor and we go right up to the sky. We look over to the right and to the left and behind us, because we never know what's going on behind us. So I'm going to start with our feet right down at the floor, and we're going to point our toes just in and out, one at a time, nice and gently to get us started, in and out. And then we're going to do our ankles and knees by just bending our knees nice and gently up and down. And then we're going to go a bit further this time, so nice and comfortable. I want to see if you can roll down towards the floor and see how far you can get towards your boots or your shoes or your feet or your slippers. So how far can we go down nice and slowly back up again? Okay, so that's toes, knees, hips all the way down, all the way back up nice and slowly. Then we're going to do the top bit, so we're going to find our shoulders. Have I got enough space? There we go. In and out to our shoulders. Oh, that's getting our arms going. That's fantastic. Wonderful job. And then all the way up to our head. That's a long way all the way up to head. Have you found your head? Brilliant. That's wonderful. So we've done shoulders, heads. Now we're going to turn our hands down to the ground. I'm going to flap our arms as if we're trying to fly. And then we're going to add it all together. So our ankles, our knees, our arms, and we're going to go up and down as if we're trying to fly really fast, faster and faster and fast as we can go. And one day we'll take off, but not today. Give your hands a shake. Give your feet a shake as well. Because if you can get around and move around a bit, follow us around a bit. Think about looking up and down, side to side, around the back. And I'll tell you what's going on in the garden as we go around. Now, the first thing I want to do before we get looking at all of those different flowers and thinking about the different ways that we can look at them, let's have a look at some tadpoles. So I'm going to go across the bridge, across the pond. And as you know, if we go across the pond, when we're by water, if you've got water in your garden, you have to stay really safe. Anytime you're exploring, stay with your family. Make sure you're with your family when you're out and about exploring, because that way we get to stay. I'm going to go across the bridge. I'm going to stay away from the water to start off with. I'm going to go around the back of the pond today and see if I can get some, if they've got any bigger. But as I'm going across the bridge, I do need to give a little bit of a howl, just to make sure I don't scare any of those friendly trolls that might be under the bridge. Just a little one. Oh, can you do that? So we sound like a pack of wolves together. Oh, fantastic. Right, have a look at the pond as we go past. Don't get too close. Stay nice and away from the edge. Okay, Simon's going to have a look for you to see if we can spot any of those frogs, because remember last week we had a poem that went splish splash splosh and hippity hop into the water the frog went plop. We'll see if we can spot a frog. We'll have a look as we go back. Well, water's nice and clear, and I can see a little bit of movement. I can see things moving about a little bit. I can't see a at the moment, but I can see tadpoles swimming about. So perhaps we should go round and I'll see. Oh, yeah, they're right there. They're all over the pond today. Before they were up in one corner, but they're actually swimming about all over the place, and I think that's because it's a nice sunny day again. Let's just have a look for a minute, because as we said before, exploring is about adventure and fun and moving about and being active, but it's also about having a little look around, being still for a minute and listening, see what we can spot. We'll go around a bit further and see if we can get any of those tadpoles out. I'm going to go around to the other side of the pond, which is a bit of an adventure for me because I've got to duck down underneath the roses. And over here, actually, there is a fantastic dandelion in flower. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to get really close. Do just for us today. I'm going to pick this one so we can have a nice close look at it. It's a beautiful dandelion with all of its yellow petals. And here's one that has got a little bit of a dandelion clock left, and you can see the seeds that are on the dandelion. And I wonder if I blow it, I wonder if they'll blow away on the breeze. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Right, tadpoles. Let's see if I can get any of these tadpoles out. I've got to lean in and dunk down. Let's see what we get in here today. Oh, wow. We've got quite a lot of them. They do like to go to the bottom. If I hold that up, hopefully you'll be able to see those swimming about. I think they have got bigger. They've still got their tails. I can see though that I think they're getting a little bit of their legs. Their back legs are appearing. I can see on a few of them. So they're doing really well. They're growing really well. Is that, can you see those okay? Is that good? Can you see them there? Swimming about, getting bigger, turning slowly into frogs. But they've got a lot of work to do first. So shall I put them back in the water? I'll have a go at putting them back in for you. There they go. Right, shall we get them all back in? They all got... Right, I'll put that nice. Can you see them swimming about if you look closely? I can see them. I can see as well that escaped. Right, shall we go a bit further down the garden? If you come round as well. Now, be very careful as you come round. You're going to have to duck under the rose as well. There we go. Bit spiky, so nice and careful. Lower your heads down. Fantastic. And we'll go a bit further along. This bit is a bit like going through the jungle, and I like being really low down here because you get to see things closer up. Things like insects that are just sitting on the leaves, having a nice sunbathe. Oh, and off it goes, having a nice sunbathe. We'll go a bit further along. What else can we see? So we can see that everything's getting much more green here, and the leaves are coming out. And also, this is something that gardeners have to look for, because in amongst the plants that we plant, we often get other plants appearing, and this one is actually a really pretty plant. But people do say that plants that grow where they're not supposed to are weeds. But some of that spooky magic went on, I think. But so all of these, all of nature trying to get to you, camera at the same time. We'll have to watch out for that, make sure we stay together. And here are some beautiful blue flowers. I really do like blue flowers. There's one just there. I'll put it in the sunshine for you so you can see it a bit better. And on this plant, go down a bit further. Sometimes on this one, and we can see it's a really still moment, and those turn into beautiful full white flowers. And there's an insect, a little bug, that likes going up and down these a lot of the time, but I can't see any on there today, which are ants. Ants really like to go up and down and to see if they can find other bugs. Is there something in there? Have a bit of a close look, see if you can see anything on there. I don't think they've got up yet. I think they're still in bed this morning. Okay, we'll go a bit further. Now here's another plant, nice green leaves. These leaves are not only furry, but they're also spiky. Right on the ends of the leaves, they've got spikes. Not really hard spikes like holly, but some spikes. And this plant will have blue flowers on it. And here, and this is what I was saying about, we have to look down, but we also have to look up, because here is the trunk of, and can you see all the way up to the top, all the way into the other trees that have all got their leaves on now? And last Sunday, we did unfurling like a leaf. Can you remember doing that? So could we have a go at being nice and tight down like a leaf, as if it's in a book, and then slowly open up and unfurl to the sunshine as if we're a leaf opening up on a tree? And today I'm nice and bright green, because it's wonderful that the Active Wellbeing Society has let me again today allow you to come in, have some fun with us. And I'm blending in today looking really green. Perhaps you could find something green to wear next time we go out and see if you can blend in with the leaves. Let's go a bit further down. It's a bit thick here, it's like getting through the jungle. Underneath the trees. Fantastic. Push your way through the trees. That's it, that's wonderful. And here we've got some beautiful pink flowers. And the bees and the hoverflies. Can you see? I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a really shiny, beautiful hoverfly just looking. It's just going to land on that flower there. So everything's just waking up. Nice and sunny again, so they do like it like that. Just looking around, I'm trying else for you, but you can see what you can see. And down here, now here's a plant that I'm sure you know if you've been out and about, because it's that time of year that nettles are growing. And nettles, we do have to be really careful, because if we touch them, they do sting us. So some of the plants we talked about last week as well aren't good to touch. Flowers are nice to touch and pick sometimes if we're really careful, and your family. So nettles we do have to be really careful with. And if you look, you can see the hairs that sting if we get too close to them. But caterpillars love them. And I know a poem about a caterpillar. I'm going to use this leaf so I don't get stung. And it goes like this. It goes, caterpillar, caterpillar, crawling on the leaf, sometimes on the top, sometimes underneath. Caterpillar, caterpillar, finding things to eat. When you've eaten lots and lots, it's time to go to sleep. Caterpillar, caterpillar, wakes up a butterfly. Open up your lovely wings and fly up to the sky. Wonder if we'll see any caterpillars on our way down, or butterflies will wake up. Let's have a look around. We'll go a bit further. Now this really is an adventure, and next door we might be able to peek a sneaky look at a chicken. Who's next door? Shall we have a look? See if you can see. If you look over the fence, you might be able to see the chicken. Because we're very lucky to have chickens living next door to us. She's very well behaved, very friendly. Isn't she beautiful in the sunshine? She's got, oh, she's making a noise. I'll let you listen. She's going, I'll tell you what she's doing. Just let you look for a second. She's looking for good things to eat. Right, we'll carry on. Beautiful. Past the flowers to a lovely red flower that's glowing in the sunshine. I'll move out the way so that you can have a look. So if you have a look back at that one, look into that one. Look how funny it looks inside. You can see that's exactly where the bees like to go. They love to spend their time buzzing around there. Oh, and one just buzzed past me, so they're waking up. It'd be interesting that you come and meet me in the garden time, because everything is just waking up. So when we start out, it's all very quiet and we can't see very much. But as it gets later and later and the sun gets brighter and it gets warmer, around us are all birds. There's a pigeon watching us from the tree up above us. You might not be able to see it, but she's there. Oh, there she goes, flying down in the tree. And there are birds in the hedge, and birds, there's none on the feeder yet, so we'll have a look at that when we go back up. But if I'm just quiet for a second, you might be able to hear some of the birds. Pigeons and starlings and sparrows, they're all in that hedge, and they're all waking up, ruffling their feathers and thinking about what they're going to have for breakfast. And we'll think about that when we go up the garden. Some of them might be looking for worms, some of them might be looking for seeds, but we'll have a look as we go back up. Let's have a look what other plants we've got as we go down here. Now then, this plant, at the moment, this plant looks a bit funny. It's actually very furry and soft. And just like I said to you about having smelly vision, I wish we could have touch as well, so that you could feel it, because that is just like stroking perhaps a lamb's ear, like a lamb's ear. Now on here, it's not part of the plant. It's actually something that has fallen off. It looks a bit like a caterpillar, but it's actually seeds, and it's fallen off the birch tree. Now, if you be very careful when you look right up above you, because I don't want you falling over, I'm going to ask you to look right up into the tree above us and see if you can see any seeds that are hanging on the tree at the moment. Look, all the leaves have opened up, and it's a beautiful blue sky this morning. Absolutely fantastic. So those seeds have fallen off the tree, and they've fallen onto the plant, and they've fallen onto the ground, and some of them will be growing there. I'm going to stroke this leaf again because it's so soft and lovely. We'll go a bit further. So we've still got some flowers on the magnolia, and these were the ones that smelt really nice. But you can see that where they've fallen off, the seeds have started to form on the magnolia as well. And here, this is one of my favourites. We saw it by the pond last time when we were looking. This is Forget-Me-Not, and that blue flower with the yellow centre, one of my favourites. Now then, when flowers start out, they start out, okay, this nature bunging up the waves as it's coming into you. I don't want to lose you too much, okay, so I'll try and keep you with me, stay with me. What I'd like you to do is pretend your hand is a flower bud, and we're just going to open up our fingers as if it's a flower opening up to the sunshine. Goes back up at night and open up during the day. And one of the flowers that do that is a daisy. So could you have a go? That's fantastic. I love it. Right, okay, here we go. Into a bud, nice and tight at night, and then open up to the sunshine during the day. Fantastic, that's brilliant. All of those flowers, that's amazing. Well done. Come on then, let's go a bit further, do a bit more exploring. Go under the tree, and we can look up into the tree. Can we see anything going on at the moment? I think everybody's having a lie-in this morning. Oh, here are the bees. The bees are on their way. I can hear them buzzing around me. It's really hard to show you where they are, but they are all here. And again, these flowers, the flowers have all gone, and it's starting to make the berries where the seeds will be as we... Oh, and we've got one butterfly has just appeared, a blue butterfly. They're so fast though, it's really hard for me to show them to you, but it is there, a tiny holly blue butterfly. You keep having a look because you need to keep your eyes open. You might see something that I don't think at the same time. Now, I've got to be really tricky. We're going to go up some steps, and as I've said to you before, when you're out and about exploring, stay with your family and stay safe. It's really good fun to have a go at jumping on and off things, but be nice and careful. If you've got something that you could try jumping on and off, maybe you could have a go at doing that now. Make sure that your family says it's safe. You don't want to be too high. I'm going to have a go, see if I can jump off this step. So if I go up one step, do you think I'll be able to jump off? Shall we count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Wow! Oh, it's really great fun to jump. If you haven't got anything to jump off, you could just practice jumping on the spot. Have a go at doing it. Fantastic. That's brilliant. Well done. That's excellent. Come on then, let's go a bit further. Right, we're back down the end of the garden now, and this is one of the plants that when the butterflies get up and the bees get up, they're often here looking inside to see if they can find some pollen. And you can see that flowers have this yellow bit in the middle, and that's the bit that the bees and the butterflies really like going to. So just because we've been having a close look at things, shall we have another go at moving about a little bit? So let's have a go at being a butterfly. Now birds, they flap up and down and they go quite quickly, but butterflies are nice and gentle, and their wings go in and out, almost as if you're clapping. Can you put your arms out and flap in and out, in and out, in and out? Fantastic, like a cloud of beautiful butterflies. Well done. Now then, if you're just joining us, my name's Debbie and we've got Simon behind the camera, and we're here in the garden this weekend, staying safe, staying home, and using our garden to do some exploring. It doesn't matter where you are, you can explore in your garden. if you can get to your park, don't forget to have a look around, okay, and listen to what your family's telling you all the time. I want you to stay nice and safe, but remember to look up, all the way up. Sometimes if there doesn't seem to be anything up there except sky, you might see a bird or even a plane. You might see a bee fly past, and sometimes there's clouds, and sometimes, like today, it's a beautiful clear blue sky. But don't forget to look right up above you, because you never know what you might miss. And then don't forget to look all the way down to the ground, because down on the ground you'll sometimes find ants. Now the ants are out on my patio today. They're very tricky to see because they're tiny, but if I point using my shadow to point, you can see there is an ant running across the patio using his 6 legs. So remember, spiders have got, how many legs have spiders got? 8 legs. And those wood lice, they had 14 legs. But ants, there's one, one over there. Oh, can I get it? There it is, point to that one. And there's one right over here. There it is. They're all out and about, and they're looking for things, seeds to gather to take back to their nest. And they'll save those for when they're feeling hungry. That'll be their breakfast or their tea. And they'll gather everything that they can find and take those back. Now then, we've been all the way down the side of the garden, and we've looked at some of the flowers, and we checked out the tadpoles that were getting bigger. And I thought I'd like to give you a closer look to some of the things that I've got here down on the table to look at, because flowers, once the bees and butterflies have visited them, they turn into something even more magical than flowers. They turn into fruit that has seeds on them. So I thought we could have a closer look at some of the things that we can buy in the shops, fruit and vegetables, and see if we can find the seeds in them. Shall we have a go at doing that bit? Now, first of all, what I need to do for that bit is wash my hands, okay, because I've been having a close look at things, and I want to go and wash my hands before I look at the seeds, because I don't want to waste the vegetables, because we can use them to eat afterwards, but I want to have a close look at them. So I'm going to open the door. When I open the door, I'm going to go in my kitchen and wash my hands, make sure I do it properly. Our dog might run out, so we'll see what happens. Bit of adventure. Should we go down and have a look what's happening? I'll set it up for us so we can have a look at it. We'll come back to that in a second. I'll just move that over. Oh, I'll put it over there, I think. There we go, here we go. So I'm going to go down and wash my hands. It's a little bit darker in the kitchen, but I'll still be with you. You can have a look around the garden and see what's going on while I'm washing my hands. I haven't gone away, but I want to make sure that my hands are really, really clean before I touch the vegetables. And we have to sing a song when we're washing our hands. So I thought I could sing Mary, Mary, quite contrary, and make sure I wash my hands well enough. So I'm going to sing, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row, and pretty maids all in a row. I think that was long enough. I'll make sure they're nice and dry. And we'll come out and we'll have a look at what happens after flowers grow and you get fruit and vegetables. Let's have a look at what we could do. So I've got a few things for us to look at. Oh, he was going to get in on the act, wasn't it? It was going to happen. Right, so now then, one of the easiest ones to look at are pumpkin seeds. These are pumpkin seeds. and they're nice and easy to see as seeds, and they're dried out, and you can buy them like that. And you can actually, because we buy them as food in the shop, you can eat pumpkin seeds. Now, as I've said, be very careful with plants and things that you get from the shop. Only eat anything your family says is good to eat, so do be careful. But hopefully these are some things that you can recognise, some things you might not have seen before. Now, some things are really easy to cut with a knife and you could have a go at doing it yourself, and other things are a bit harder and you might need some help with. But this is a pepper, and I should be able to cut into this pepper nice and easily. Only use the fruit your family says, and don't waste any of it. Make sure you've got clean hands when you're having a look, and then you can explore what is inside. Now, often when we're making a salad or preparing something to eat, we don't think about all the fantastic seeds that are inside the fruit and vegetables. This is a red pepper, and it's got lots of seeds, and we can have a go at growing these seeds ourselves. Should we have a look in something else? We've got a lemon. I wonder if we can open up a lemon and look inside that. So if I cut that in half, it's very juicy, it's making my mouth water. And have a look inside. Now, this time it's not so easy to see the pips that are inside, but these are the seeds. So again, there's another seed inside the lemon that will grow into a lemon if we plant it, and we'll have a go at doing that. And there's another one. Okay, so those are really easy to get out, and we can let them dry out a little bit in the sunshine, and you can still use the lemon because it's got lovely juice in it, and it's really good to have some of that on your food. How about an apple? Have you ever looked inside an apple? Again, sometimes what we do is we cut things open. Oh gosh, this is a juicy one. And we throw away the bit in the middle because we don't want to eat it. But if we have a look, in there are seeds. So we've got pumpkin seeds, we've got seeds from the lemon, we've got seeds from the apple, we've got some seeds from the pepper. Okay, so all these are really good that we could have a go at growing. Now, there's some other fruit as well that maybe you haven't seen before, you might have done, but I thought we'd have a look inside them. And this is a pomegranate. That's a funny word, pomegranate, and it's a very funny fruit. So if we look inside it, wow, it's got lots of seeds. In fact, the centre is nearly all seeds. So if we dig this out, we can see that around the outside of the seed, I'm just going to squidge it, okay? Oh, there we go. So around the outside is the fruit, and inside there, hidden away, is a seed. So that's the pomegranate seed. We're getting a few together here now. And you can actually, what you have to do with the pomegranate, you have to eat all of it, including the seed. But you can see it's really good fun. Okay, so buy a pomegranate and have a look inside it. Don't squidge it all. Do remember to eat some of it. But it's really, sorry about that. I got you that time, didn't I? Did it go in your eye? Are you okay? Make sure you're nice and safe. Okay, this is one of my favourite fruits, a melon. What have we got inside here? Wow. Fantastic. Look in there. We've got loads more seeds. All of these seeds that come with the fruit are something that we can have a go at planting. And if we just, sometimes we don't even see them because we throw them away when we get ready, making me feel really hungry having all this fruit in front of me. Okay, there we go, melon seeds. And finally, this is, oh, look at all the juice. That was a very, look at that, that's a juicy melon. And inside here is more, it's a bit like a melon, looks a bit more like a melon, but these are a bit bigger. Okay, and that's a butternut squash. They're bigger seeds. But all of these seeds from all of these plants that you would perhaps normally throw away when your parents, when your family's making the dinner, they throw these seeds away because normally we don't want to eat them. But if you save them and let them dry out a bit, you can have a go at planting them. So shall I show you really quickly how you can plant some seeds? It's nice and easy. You don't need very much. I'll go round to this table. Move my flowers over. We've got lots to do. I know sometimes I do make you work really hard, don't I? Now then, all you need is a little container like this. This is a little cup and some soil. Now this is compost, but you can get soil out of the garden. And we're just going to fill up the container with some soil. I'm going to do 3. There's 1. Again, make sure you're doing this with your family and you're using containers. Now it could be a yogurt carton, it could be a butter carton, it could be a paper cup if you've got it, or actually anything that your family tells you is safe to use. And you don't have to have special compost. If you're lucky and you've got a garden, you can just pinch a bit of soil out of the garden and put it in a pot and just have a go at growing any seeds you like, anything you find. Okay, so I have got some here. I've got, oh, this one is one you probably do know, and this grows into a great big yellow flower. Absolutely fantastic. And these are sunflower seeds. So they're nice and stripy, and the seed is actually inside that coating. But all you have to do, I'd always put 2 in at least, is just push the seed down into the compost and cover it over, and that's ready to grow. What else have we got? Okay, we've got 3. I'll do all 3. Are you staying with me? Are you going to be doing, I hope you're going to be doing this. You're thinking about all of the fruit and vegetables that are in the fridge now. Don't forget to ask, okay, because you will need help. Let's rip the top of this one. This one is marigolds. Oh, beautiful orange flowers that grow in the garden. And they look a bit like caterpillars. They look like little caterpillars. Can you see that? It's in the shade a little bit, isn't it? If I put it in the sunshine. There we go. But they're not caterpillars, they're seeds. And again, we'll put a few onto the top of the compost. Okay, because these are smaller. So I'll put a few of extra ones in there. I'll just push them down into the compost, into the soil, cover it over. And the last one that we've already got ready is, what's this one? Nasturtiums. We get some great words, don't we? Nasturtiums. They're bright orange and they trail down and they have lots of flowers on them. Oh, let's have a look what these seeds look like. Oh, these are different again. These are big. Now, adults, they sometimes eat these, and when they eat them, the adults that are watching, these are capers. Tartar sauce, fantastic. Okay, so we'll push those down into there and cover them over. And there we've got 3 pots ready to grow sunflowers. And they will grow up as plants, and then they will get the flowers appear on them if we water them and keep them safe. You'll see the green shoots coming first. So I'm going to water those in a bit, but I won't do it now because I won't take up any more time. If you can get some flowers, if you've got some in your garden, or you could buy some when you go out, just a few. Thank you. You could have a really close look at them, and it's something again that we don't always take the chance to do, and that is to look really closely at how the flower is made up. And a rose is really interesting because it has got lots and lots and lots of petals. In fact, I'm going to take these petals off and see how many there are We go all the way in. Another one, and another one, and another one. More and more and more. Lots and lots and lots of petals. Where's it going to end? There's so many. All the way in. Keep going, still going. Now, you could dry these petals out and make them into something that smells, oh, really nice. But we'll keep going. And there, after all of these petals have come off, right in the middle, this is where the bees and the butterflies like to go, and where the seeds will be made for the rose. So have a really close look, if you get to be able to do it, in the middle of flowers, and see if you can see where any of the seeds are. Something for you to do after. Now, you might not have real flowers in your garden or around, so you can always have a go at making some. Now, you know that I always like to do a bit of craft. We can't have a Teeny Explorer session without a bit of a craft. And I thought, why not make a daisy chain? So this is nice and easy to make, and all you need are some, either, if you've got it, you might not have it, coloured tissue paper, or you can use pages from a magazine, or you can even use newspaper. It doesn't matter what you do, but you can make yourself, if you've got a piece of string or a piece of wool, and you cut out some flower shapes, which is really easy to do. I'll just sort of do one really quickly for you so you can see what I'm going to do. In fact, I'll use this purple tissue because that's nice and easy. You'll need help again from your family. If you cut out a circle and then fold the circle in half, fold it again and fold it again. Doesn't matter what it is, it could be newspaper, tissue paper, pages from a magazine, and then ask somebody to help you, because you've got to be very careful with scissors, to just cut one petal shape, just one petal shape. And then when we open it out, a bit like the rose, we can see that we have got flowers, and then we can thread those flowers onto a piece of string and make ourselves a daisy chain. If you haven't got string, you might have sellotape, sticky tape, and you could just stick your flowers along the sticky tape. But have a go at making those flowers. Are you going to do that? Have a go at making those flowers for me. Doesn't matter what you make it out of. But I would really like to see if you can take some pictures of the flowers that you've made, any colours, and then hang them up in the breeze as a daisy chain. Oh, mine are going to blow it. Oh, I'm going to get those afterwards. Okay, there you've got your daisy chain, looking beautiful in the sunshine. And you can make hundreds if you wanted to. You could spend all week making flowers and make garlands, or you can hang it down like a mobile. So it's up to you. But really want you to have a go. You've got loads of ideas. Have a look at your fruit, look at the seeds. Try growing some of them in some little pots, or make a daisy chain. Have a look at the flowers. Should we make our way back up to the top of the garden? I think we've just got long enough to do that. We'll have to grab those flowers as we come back down. Come on then, let's go a little bit further and see what else we can find as we go up there. That's our dog Darwin. He's having a nice sunbathe in the sunshine. The butterflies are waking up. I've just seen a white butterfly with an orange tip to its wings, and it was flapping its wings. Don't forget to have a go at doing that butterfly flapping. Really good exercise, nice and gentle, especially if you can get out into the sunshine. Let's go a bit further. Past the wind chime. He's being very good at the moment. The pigeons are waking up, the butterflies, the bees are waking up. It's all fantastic. Shall we check just on the way back up to see if the worms are still there? Shall we see if we can find a... I bet there's some worms under this log. So, as I said, we're here in the garden checking things out because we're staying at home and we're staying safe, but we're trying to make it lots of fun for you. and I'm really pleased if you've been with me from the beginning. It's a long time, but hopefully we're getting to see loads of things. And my name's Debbie. Simon is behind the camera being you, and Simon's going to help me just roll the log back and see if we can see any of those worms. And oh, lots of worms today. Okay. Oh, and we've also a centipede and a millipede. So here we've got a centipede wiggling its way along. A bit hard to see him. Move him out into the sunshine a little bit. There we go. There he is, can you see him? Fantastic. And of course we have got wiggly worms. Wiggly worms, remember, they wiggle and make me giggle. And when they come out into the sunshine they say, where's our log? We like being under the log in the dark. But want to check them out. Now that's what those birds, if they could see them underneath there, I think they would have them for breakfast. So shall we put them back nice and safe? There's quite a lot of them down there, and there's a lot of wood lice. We'll put them back, keep them safe underneath. There we go. Because we're nearly at the end of our journey today. We haven't got far to go before we're back where we started, so we'll go a little bit further and see what else we can see on the way back. We're nearly there. Well done, fantastic everybody. We'll go back up to where the birds like to eat their food. Wow. I can see, I mean you might not be able to see it, and I do know that's really difficult. I want to try and show you as many exciting things as possible. But there are spiders' webs all across the garden, sparkling in the sunshine, especially where the ferns are opening up. So they were really tight down last week when we looked at them, and they've grown up much taller. Let's go a bit further. Nearly all the flowers have gone off this bush and are starting to make the seeds. They look like little tiny green stars now, where the petals have gone from. Okay. We'll go a bit further. We're nearly back to the top, nearly back where we started. We'll have a look at the primrose. No, those primroses, where have the petals gone off the primroses? Have a quick look at that primrose for me. I think I can see peck marks, and I know that the pigeon really likes to come and have a snack of primroses for their supper. In my bag here, I've got some extra treats, especially for the robin. Now the robin likes to eat these. These are called mealworms, and they're not wiggling about because they're dried out, but I'm going to put them down on this stone for the robin, because I know that the robin will come. And we were talking about seeds, and we have to remember when we put the bird food out and the bird feeders out like this one, what we're putting out are seeds, just like the others. So you can see in there little seeds, little bits and pieces, and sunflower seeds. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to scatter it on the ground over here, because maybe the birds will eat it, maybe some will grow. And when they used to sow seeds in the old days, they used to say some to grow, some for the crow, and some didn't make it at all, so some might just turn back into the soil. But we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. I think the pigeons will be here pretty soon. Right, let's make our way all the way back up to the top. Here we go, we're going to go back across the bridge. And we'll just have another look, because you never know when the frog might appear. And we're back on the bridge. I better do everybody, or Darwin. Are we ready? Oh, can you do it one more time for me? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, brilliant. Pack of wolves, fantastic. That way we don't scare the troll. Let's go back. We're nearly there, we're nearly back. We've nearly finished our journey. We'll go all the way across, back to by the pool. I'll have a quick look and a quick listen just before we finish, because you never know if you're going to see that frog. Have a look down the garden and a listen. Can you hear the birds singing? I can hear them singing. Fantastic. Okay, so then you have had, I hope, a wonderful adventure again, and you've got some jobs to do. I know I do give you some jobs sometimes, and you've got some exercises to do as well. So don't forget, if it's safe and your family says you can do it, then you can do some jumping. Nothing too tall, don't get too adventurous, but have a go at jumping on and off things. Or if you can't jump on and off, you could jump on the spot. Now I have to be very careful because I'm right above the pool, but I'm going to risk it. I'm going to do one jump. Can you jump as well? Do one jump, both feet together. Brilliant, that's fantastic, well done. Oh, nice and steady, watch it, be careful. And not too close to any water. Right, I'm just going to go right the way round to where I started. Okay, so we're going to go duck under and go back round again. This is a tricky bit because I like to finish where I started. Right, can you still see me? I'm on through all the roses and everything on the other side. Now then, don't forget, if you really enjoyed today, to tell as many people as you can about what we do on a Sunday morning, because that would be really great, because we would like children all over Birmingham to get connected to the nature that's all around them. And you can connect with nature by listening to the bird song, by having a look around, by smelling things, and if it's safe, by feeling things as well, and just taking some time to see what's going on around you. But don't forget to have lots of fun as well and get active. If you can jump like a rabbit or a frog, if you can fly like a bird, try flapping your wings, or like a butterfly, nice and gently. Get active as well. Now there's lots of other things that you can do with the Active Wellbeing Society, so have a look at those. I think later on there's some singing, for instance, and I really like singing. You know I like singing. So watch out for all the other things. Share this with as many people as possible, and don't forget that at the top of the page on Facebook there's a form that you can tell me what you'd like to see more of, what you want to do more of, what you want to do less of. Do you want more worms? Do you want more flowers? Now last week somebody did say to me dinosaurs, and I like to listen. When somebody tells me that they like dinosaurs, I like to listen to that. So on Wednesday we've got a special shorter session that's about Earth Day, and I thought, who better to tell the story of Earth Day than a dinosaur? So on Wednesday we're going to have a session in the afternoon. Have a look out for it, about dinosaurs, what happened to the dinosaurs, and why we've got to look after the animals that we've got now. So in the meantime, I want you to stay nice and safe, okay? Stay at home, stay with your family, and don't forget, if you've been out exploring, to wash your hands, okay? And you can sing any song that you want that's long enough, about 20 seconds, to wash your hands. Keep going, make sure that they're nice and clean, especially if you're going to be looking at the seeds in the fruit. So well done for being with me today. I think we're nearly at the end now of the session. I think have we got a couple
of minutes, yeah.
Just a couple of minutes.
Singing and drama session is at 3 p.m. today, live with Eleanor.
So singing and drama at 3 p.m. So you can try out some of the things, some of the actions that you've been doing. That's really brilliant. And also, we could, why don't we, while we've got the chance, have a sing now. In fact, I'm going to do Mary, Mary again. Is that okay? How does your garden grow? So, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. And pretty maids all in a row. Now those pretty maids are the flowers. So we're going to finish the session by you having a look around the garden and having a close look at my favourite flower. Don't forget, forget-me-not, because while we're apart and not together, actually, we're together virtually through the magic of the Active Wellbeing Society, but we're not together as we sometimes are when we go out exploring. So the forget-me-not is the flower that helps me to remember you. And I'm going to remember you, don't forget me. My name's Debbie, and we've got Simon, and we had Darwin with us as well today, and maybe he's going to help us in the garden. So I'll let you have a quick look at the flowers. So do you want to have just a look at those beautiful forget-me-nots growing by the pool? Oh wow! Oh. That was exciting. Did you turn upside down then? Oh, that was incredible. So beautiful in the sunshine. Absolutely amazing. I would just listen. Everybody's waking up now. I can hear people in their gardens around us as everybody gets ready for another sunny day, exploring in their own gardens. Fantastic. I'll see you all soon. Take care, stay safe, and have lots of fun. See you soon.